So if you've been trying to work on drawing the ball, been working on trying to get that into-out path, but nothing seems to work, today's video is going to be made for you. It's no secret that we need an into-out path to play the draw shot, but often what you can find is people can misinterpret how we create this path, and often what we see is they're trying to do it with their arms. They're trying to control the club and work it around the body in an effort to achieve this into-out path to play the draw, and often this can create quite a lot of issues with it, and you might have experienced it yourself where you feel the club's coming around the body, it's swinging out to the right, but you still see this slicing ball every time. So we're going to look at today exploring how to create this into-out path in a more natural way where you're not having to manipulate the golf club through space to try and achieve that. So often what we find in an effort to create this into-out path, people are using their arms to move the club through this space. But what this can quickly lead to is the arms running out of space and travel time with the club. So it cuts the swing short, it really inhibits a full flowing golf swing, and it really makes life hard to sequence then. And what you tend to find, because the arms have run out of space around the body, the quickest way back to the ball is to come back this way. So actually we end up doing the opposite of what we intend. We've got an out to in path as opposed to an in to out. And often this can just be from a concept standpoint in terms of in the golf swing we've got horizontal movements and vertical movements as well. So we're going to break these down today so you can start to really isolate parts of your body that are designed to go up and down and parts of your body that are designed to go round. If we've got everything moving round together, then we've really got the body moving in the same direction all at the same time as well. So what we're going to discuss first is the vertical element of the golf swing. What gives us the up and down in our golf swing, and this is coming from the levers, the hands, the wrists, the arms, the elbows. This is going to be giving us the up and down in our golf swing. The rotational comes from the body's rotation, the body twisting and rotating while the arms are moving up and down. So we're actually getting a feel for how the arms and the club are moving independently of the body, not moving everything together in an effort to get this path on the inside to give us the path on the outside. Like we said, that's just going to really facilitate a sequence that moves all together and stops together. Then from there the chances are we've not really created the power, we haven't got the full potential of the backswing, and we cut it short and come over the top and we see that left to right slicing ball, quite the opposite of what we want to achieve. Often what you can see, and you might have experienced this, in an effort to get this path on the inside to give us the path to the outside to play the draw, is you're using the arms to create that, and you can see very quickly that I run out of time and it gets a really short kind of snatchy golf swing, as opposed to when I start to let my arms swing up and down, then I start to rotate my body as well. You can see it's a very much different motion, much more fluid, much more time, and the time is the key word here. I've got time to sequence all this now. I'm not cutting that sequence short, having to get back to the ball very quickly. I've lost the time. We can all experience that where it's over in a flash and we've not really had the time to sequence this in order to create that functional path, because that's the sequence in doing that for us, not us having to try and manipulate the path and control this golf club, because that is going to really ruin our ability to fully experience a full flowing golf swing. So what we're going to use to highlight this vertical motion and this horizontal motion are the GeoFi rotational discs. So we're going to use these to help isolate the up and down, then isolate the rotational, and then combine them together. So we've got the body moving in a way that it's designed to do, and it's not compromising our sequencing and our timing and our ability to get that into our path for the draw. So using the discs, what we're going to do, we're going to stand on them. We're just going to really isolate this horizontal plane. This is what we kind of deem as the arc to our golf swing. So we're experiencing rotation of the whole body around this horizontal direction. You can see where the club's going. So that's just pure rotation here. Then what we're going to do, we're not going to move the discs, we're not going to rotate, we're just going to isolate the segments that are going to give us this up and down look to the swing, the vertical, coming from the wrists, the elbows and the arms. So you'll see that there was no rotation there. This is purely up and down to help us feel these in isolation. Very important. Once we can sense some isolation, we can develop some awareness around these parts and integrate it into the full motion. So we're going to start by feeling the up and down. Then we're going to start to add the rotation in to give us that horizontal, that arc in the golf swing. So you can see I started with vertical to begin with. Then I can start to integrate the vertical with the rotational as well. So the rotational is giving me this natural arc of the swing. I'm getting that rotation through the body, so I'm creating momentum and transferring it through my rotations, while the arms are actually swinging independently to this. So we're creating some separation. We're experiencing the arms traveling one way and the body moving another way. Very important to be able to achieve an efficient sequence that transfers speed. If it all goes together around the body, you can see it cuts my swing short. It actually starts to throw me off balance, and I'm going to operate much slower. So once you've experienced this in isolation, come back onto the ground now and just start to feel, without the club, just this rotation first. So this is giving us this horizontal rotation around the body. Then start to feel the vertical pendulum, the up and down. Then you can start to combine the two to really feel these working together now. And then from there, now we've got a sequence that we can start to work with to help play these draws. So this is something I want you guys to explore. Then you can start to sense how we can start to direct the path using the sequence, using the whole body here. The whole body's influencing this path and swing now. It's not just me driving it with the arms, with a lot of effort to create that. So now I've isolated all these segments and then brought them back together. Now I've got a sequence that I can adapt. When I can adapt my sequence, I can adapt my release for the shot I intend, and through visualization and intention, my body can now organically self-organize in a way that's going to achieve this into-out path without detriment to my sequence and my timing.
What a shot.
Well, that's rude, isn't it?
Yeah. If you love the coaching and want to experience the effects of the training that you see with our pupils, you can purchase the GRFI system yourself by following the link in the video description. You'll get all the equipment and a 2-hour download covering all the fundamentals, exploring your movement and how you can use the ground and create those all-important ground reaction forces and transfer them through to clubhead speed and experience the gains that you're seeing in the videos.